how does this kitchen, that was kept in storage for over 10 years, have anything to do with the Great Guitar Build-Off? Keep watching to find out. This is not the story of a kitchen that was generously given to us over 12 years ago, that was hand-built with teak worktops, a range cooker and a double Belfast sink. A kitchen that was kept in storage for 12 years whilst we built an extension to house it, and that was finally assembled in 2020, around the time of the first guitar build-off. The kitchen is now complete, and whilst this isn't the story of that kitchen, this is the story of some of the wood that was left over. For this year's Great Guitar Build-Off and second ever instrument, I decided to build a short-scale bass based on the Warwick Thumb. Short-scale because I'm a guitarist, not a bassist, and a thumb because I think it's the most attractive looking bass out there. One of the more interesting parts about the thumb is its curved body, which has a half-meter radius. In order to replicate this, I decided to create a 5-piece body with two 11-degree shims. I found out what I could about the thumb online, traced out a plan in Illustrator, switching to CAD to scale things accurately, and switched to sketching when I needed some inspiration. I found drawings of the hardware I was going to be using and copied them into CAD to help me pull together a full-scale drawing. Having completed the CAD work, I was then able to print out full-scale plans for use as templates in setting out. I wanted to use as much recycled material as possible. We had some well-used teak worktop and some very warped oak architrave left over from the kitchen build. As you can see, the teak was a little troublesome. To add to the recycling theme, I acquired a selection of roughly matching tuners, some Ibanez sound gear pickups, jumbo fretwire and some strings from a retiring local luthier. My first task was to mill the wood for the neck. I didn't have one piece of teak large enough for the whole neck, so I decided on a 2-piece neck with a scarfed headstock. Initially, I was able to mill the wood for the neck in a local workshop. Unfortunately, it wasn't compatible with my work hours, and this was the only time that I worked there. However, I am very grateful to them for getting me started. Once milled, I set about squaring it with a plane and with a levelling beam. Trim router. This was my first effort at squaring by hand, and the result wasn't excellent. Luckily, I'd seen Jamie's, aka Fat Batanga, solder jointing technique on Instagram. Let's see if this works or not. And after a bit of sprinkling and a lot of rubbing, the joint surface was perfect. So this is it, the first blow up of the first piece of the base. And I have no idea how this will go. I mean, it looks pretty good, so I'm just going to trust the process and stick it together. glue up went really well, and the joint was nigh on invisible. So that's a result. Thanks, Jamie. Once glued up, I flattened the top surface of the neck, not for the last time, using my router sled jig. I also cut and squared the headstock plate, but unfortunately I lost that footage. I set to work on the scarf joint. This involved modifying the router sled jig with a 10-degree angle on the end. I achieved this with the use of saws and routers and all sorts. After quite a lot of faffing, I was able to start routing that angle into the neck and headstock plate. Following on from that, I was able to drill and fit some locating pins and prepared to glue the headstock and neck together. This was pretty straightforward and the final finish was good. I did have to re-flatten the top surface of the neck with the router again. The end result looked great though. Next up was the shaping of the neck, which meant creating a neck template in MDF using a combination of saws, routing and sanding. I transferred the template onto the neck and rough cut it to shape, followed by trim routing it with a flush cut bit. Unfortunately, this video was lost to idiocy. Finally, I drilled and dremeled the truss rod axis. I was originally going to release my build video as one video, but currently it's standing at around about 40 minutes and I'm nowhere near completion, so the competition's over. I'm in the community build. It really doesn't matter, so I've decided to break up my build into lots of little videos for easy consumption, so I hope you enjoy that. If you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, you know the drill, and hopefully this will inspire me to get a few more edits done on the video and maybe cram out a few more frames of video, etc, etc. The music you've been listening to is from my album. You can find it in the description below. It's called Tumble Down. It was released in April. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video.